Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here, and welcome to the new series, GrandMaster for Life. Here's a treat. In the bottom right hand corner, it is a friend of Nexius, playing for the same team of sMi. It is your GrandMaster Days, playing as the Blue Zerg. In the upper left hand corner, it is the Red Terran, playing in the Masters League. It is iaguz, not even a word, playing for Team Fray. So iaguz against Days and a little TVZ. Epicness, is that even a word? Epicness is about to commence. We're going to get our scouting overlord to head across the map here. In the meantime, it does look like the standard wall off. We'll go down the other end as we do plant down the supply depot. Taking a look at the production tab here, we will pay attention to that right after we look at the APM tab, and you can see why this guy is GrandMaster. Walls are 187, looking pretty good as far as the APM goes here. His opponent rocking himself a 60, but don't judge by that here. Should be a fairly epic matchup as I am expecting here. We will pull ourselves back to our good old production tab. Keep an eye on the timing of the pool from Days. Take notes, this man will teach you. Also keep in mind this man does have a Twitch TV channel which he live casts on. I will put that in the description for you guys, so be sure to check this man out. Also check Nexius out. Like I say, plays for the same team. You know Nexius from Venture the GrandMaster. And I do know his is www.twitch.tv/Clover_EX. Days Twitch, I don't remember exactly what it is, but I will have it in the description. I promise you that. So give these boys some love. Follow them on Twitch. Keep an eye on their live cast. Follow them. I will be doing the same. I can tell you that much here. So it does look like a hatch first is coming out of Days here. Very well done there. In the meantime, opponent not doing anything out of the ordinary, but he does have the early gas down, so it leads me to believe we will see an early Reaper on the map, as he does have the rally point heading now the other end of the map. So that is what we will see, is a little bit of early Reaper to do a little bit of harassment here. So it does look like the drone will not quite get in there, actually. Doesn't actually get in it at all, so will not know that the gas is coming down, but hopefully sees the Reaper before it's a little bit too late. In the meantime, there he's heading out. He is sending out the other Overlord to go scout as well. And drone finally says, screw it, I'm taking off. He's going back home. And does look like Days has plotted himself down his spawning pool at the 3-minute mark. Like I say, it wasn't looking to do any sort of early rush. Do have the orbital command down. Do like to see that. And of course, we are double Reaper going. We are definitely looking to do a little bit of early game harassment, hoping for the best. I'm not too sure what you think when you get into a game and you see that super shiny gold symbol showing GrandMaster, because I know I would be shitting myself, but I don't think I'm anywhere near high enough to ever see that pretty symbol, so I'm not too worried. So it does look like our Reaper is going to move himself across the map here, right across that Naga tower. Gonna go in there and see what he can do for damage. Does look like we are going to get ourselves out a queen with 4 dogs, so they should be able to at least keep the Reaper at bay. Reaper does get in there, does see what's coming now. So here we go. He's going to see how many probe kills he can end up getting here. Gonna go to work. So he plants himself right in front of the gas. Why not? That's the front porch view. So we'll get himself a few shots off there. Still at 0 kills. Dog will end up getting him out of there. I would have to imagine a little bit of micro skill might be able to take out these dogs very, very slowly, but at the same time, once that queen gets out, he is pretty much toast. Not going to help him too much at all. And they're going to continue to chase that Reaper around. Your second Reaper is going to come down. Now that second Reaper gets down there, then he might be able to wreak a little bit of havoc here. Might be able to go to the expansion, get a couple drone kills there. And there we go. Second one has made his way up here. We'll keep him in the front. Very good micro there. Do like to see that. And there's the queen. Queen will easily fend these guys off here. We'll slowly crawl across that uncreep, but decides to get back on the creep. And he, of course, will try and get himself many kills, but the other queen is there and easily fends that off. Does cancel the spine core. Doesn't need it. Is going to continue the harassment best he can here. He's going to try and move back in there, but of course that queen is just too much brunt for them. So he'll end up moving himself a ways out of there. Very well done by the Reapers. I will say, did a little bit of harassment, forced a little bit more micro out of his opponent. Didn't really get any kills, but hey, who's to blame him? There he goes. He is going to try and get up there. Dogs are ready for you, though. Surprise! Those are surprise dogs. Surprise dogs do end up killing him. Or not killing him, but killing his little harassment. So he does end up moving himself back across the map here. If we take a look, we are getting out the good old orbital command on the second command center, and we are going to move ourselves into a starport. So we did do a 1-1-1 build. Basically went barracks into the factory, into the starport. Leads me to believe Marine Marauder is going to be the choice here. Is getting supply depot. Going to start to wall that off. Actually, Hellion is going to be the choice. There you go. So Hellions are going to start hitting the map here. Metabolic boost is coming out for his opponent. And we also have the 1 Marauder coming out as well here. Taking a look at the unit count, we still have the 4 dogs with the 3 queens on the map here. We are getting the expansion out for iaguz. And we are creep spreading ourselves across the map here. Days looking good. I do like to see creep spread out of anybody in the game there. And his creep spread's looking pretty darn good. Starting to move his stuff towards the middle of the map here. In the meantime, there he is up to 20 drones, only working on the one gas, so definitely not going gas heavy. Double gas is going to hit up on the expansion though, and Hellions are ready to hit the map with the couple Reapers. Why not use them for something? They did no good in the early game there, so they are expendable at this point in the game, so he's going to move them down with the Hellions just to take the brunt of the damage at the front line. Then we'll move over to the other Naga Tower, sees there isn't really too much going on there, and we'll start to push himself across the map, see what kind of damage he can do here. There's the Hellions, have exposed themselves here. They're going to take a little bit of creep spread out on the way here. Queens are at the front line here, does have double evils going down for the wall off, and he is going to try and get a queen kill. Of course, Queens do love Hellions, as they can usually do quite the job on the Hellions. Also has the dogs with metabolic boost now, so it should be enough to scare him out. In the meantime, he's actually going to retreat full on out of there and start to build himself a wall out. Also has a Viking on the map. I love to see Viking play. Viking is very good against Zerg. He can go around and get a few Overlord kills best he can. So that's exactly what he's looking to do. He's scouting all over the place, trying to find it. One Overlord is being very sneaky. That's Sneaky Sam up there, hiding himself. And there we are, getting some more Hellions as well. Definitely sticking to the Hellions. Very, very heavy. Well done. So he's going to move them up and down, checks out the Naga Towers again, making sure he keeps an eye on his opponent. Another command center go down, so he's getting his third. And the third base for Days is down as well, looking pretty damn good. And we do have the Overlord here in very good position. And the other Overlord, so definitely great positioning on the Overlords. But now we're ready to move in here. Is working on 0 upgrades as far as his mech army goes here. So they're going to move themselves in here. Oh, did he see? Why did he end up killing that? Not too sure. Not too sure if he actually seen that, to be honest with you. But he is going to push himself inside the base here. If we actually take a look here with his army here, did he actually see that? Yes, he did see it. So not too sure why he didn't want to try and go for the hatchery kill. Might have had a chance at it, but instead he elected to go for a little bit more harassment. Is actually going to move right out of there. Okay, fair enough. So he will move himself back around the map, trying to keep map control is basically what he's doing at this point here until he gets into a pretty hefty Marine Marauder army, and he's electing to move out here. Does have 2 Widow Mines. It will be a Widow Mine drop coming your way, Days. We'll see how you handle this, son. So he's going to move that medevac across the field here, see where he can drop it, see what kind of damage he can do. In the meantime, it doesn't look like Days has any sort of Overseer on the map as of yet, so might be in a little bit of trouble once this lands in here, as he could get himself quite a few drone kills. Depending on how quickly Days can react to this, we're soon going to find out here. So Bedevac's going to get in there. It's got its 2 Widow Mines ready to drop out here, and it does look like he is ready. Brings the roaches over, brings the dogs over. Let's see how quickly those babies can burrow. Oh, is he going to get it out in time here? He's trying to get over there, loses one, and did he end up losing the second one? Where did his second Widow Mine? Actually lost them both. Well, that didn't work very well, but it was a very good attempt, my good man. In the meantime there, you are getting beat down at the other end here. There's the Marauders moving out here, so he's getting a little bit of an army of Marauders, which will definitely help. Trying to clean up on the dogs. That's a lots of dogs. Here's the roaches. They'll easily be able to fort this army off here. So that army's going to end up running out of here. Very well done by Days to fend that off here. So we'll get rid of this. Didn't end up losing any crucial buildings, didn't end up losing any crucial units, so looking pretty good there. We'll end up chasing that opponent out of here. Opponent is ready with another 2 Marauders here, as he does give them a free ride. Very well done there. And does look like Days is ready to start pushing across here with his pretty heavy roach count here. Has 22 roaches, and we do finally have an Overseer coming out. He does realize that Widow Mines are on the field, so he is going to start pushing across, see what kind of damage he can do. Here we go. We're going to try and 2-shot that bunker, 3-shot the bunker then. There we go. So does shoot that down here. He's going to try and push across here. He's trying to take out everything he can. Doesn't really have a very big army here to deal with this. He is going to try and push as hard as he can. We only have the 4 Hellions, the 1 Viking, the 1 Marauder, and the 2 Marines, and they're really doing a lot of damage here. More roaches coming in the background here. Definitely an empty bunker isn't going to do him a whole lot of good. Does a mule drop. Trying to bring down. Widow Mines are going to get buried. This will be a little bit of trouble. Now he's going to have to get out of there. Ah, that hurt a little bit. Overseer is there to help him clean that up there. So did get 1 shot out there. Ended up killing a roach with that. But this is a lot of trouble. He's losing a lot of buildings. Losing a lot of workers. Losing a lot of units. This is not very good at all here. Does allow the 2 tech labs to finish up there. Didn't cancel and get units out. So they will kill those tech labs just as quick as they built. And he's going to continue to push forward here. Why not? Working for you. So he is going to stay at the bottom ground. We'll take out the other tech lab. Very well done there. And that doesn't actually stop the building unit. There you go. So did not know that. And we are going to continue to kill off whatever we can down here. Going to try and focus down the barracks here. He figures why not. Brings in a lot more roaches here. We'll kill off a couple more workers. Going to try to go work at the rest of the Marine Marauder army here. Is doing a very good job of keeping this army at barrier. Continuing to reinforce the army here. Here's 4 more roaches coming in here. They're going to turn on that army and look pretty good doing so. Viking's not going to do him a whole lot of good. Might as well just land that Viking. Not doing too much in the air here. and he does actually kill one of the barracks here. Is continue to push forward. Opponent's in a lot of trouble. Opponent did expand in the meantime while being attacked, so very well done there. Did leave the 2 over there to kill off the rest of the workers. They did exactly that, and he feels like he's gotten himself ahead of the game here, because you can see over here, Wowzer gets a 4th base up here. Creep spreading like crazy at the same time here, so really did a good job. Put him ahead of his opponent. In the meantime there, he does have 1 roach doing a little bit of damage over here, and there's a couple overseers. They will end up losing them to the Vikings here, and we'll send the last of the army over here to kill the last of the roaches. And we will build up our roaches in the middle of the map here. They are working on 1-1 for their upgrades, and our opponent in the meantime, he is also at 1-1, so even on the upgrade count. But if you take a look, we do have 25 roaches to the 8 marines, 4 marauders, 1 viking, and 2 widow mines on the map here. Where are our 2 widow mines? There they are right there, actually burrowed right here, so keeping a little bit of control on the outside of his base. Creep spread looking pretty damn good. And there we go, to get our 4th base finished up there. In the meantime there, if we take a look at technology, we do have our Hydralisk den going down, Hydralisk den built with the spine crawler going down. And outside of that, he's got his roaches, so we are going to go with a roach hydra, pretty standard build. Do like to see it, very, very effective against pretty much any build, really. So we will move the roaches over here. And, well, not really a good build against Colossi, fair enough. But it is a very standard build with Roach Hydra. I do like them, they're very effective. So we're going to move across here. Has a lot of medevacs, definitely enough medevacs to heal that army till their death. So they're going to move across here, try and see what kind of damage they do. They got to try and keep the Zerg under control there, because the Zerg is starting to overtake him here. Look at that, working on 4 base. Opponent is down 1 base. This base isn't really working, so it's basically 4 bases to 2 bases here. This base has got itself 10 workers now, and we are going to push this army up here, see what kind of damage we can do. But in the meantime, it does look like the Roach Hydra army has moved over here, and they're ready. They're in position. They're going to try and do as much as they can. They're going to push that army back, force them out of there, get into the good old jetpack medevacs there, so they will end up flying them out. Very well done there. And in the meantime, their Vikings are still going around trying to kill the overlords, but we'll bring over a little bit of help for you. Here's some Hydralisk here. We'll see what kind of damage we can do here. We'll end up actually killing that Viking off. That Viking was expendable. So in the meantime here, we will drop everybody off at the main base here. It is 191 to 120. So Daze, as you can see, overwhelming army compared to his opponent here. So he's going to start moving himself out here. Feels pretty comfortable at this point. Also has himself at 1-2 for upgrades now. They're going to end up killing that guy in the Naga Tower. Set themselves in the middle map. Opponent knows where he is now, so he's got to position himself. Got to get those 8 Widow Mines now buried. That's a lot of Widow Mines. Gets a full medevac or a 3/4 full medevac, so very good kill for him there. That's definitely going to hurt his opponent. And that also took out 1 Widow Mine that was in there. So we're going to move ourselves across the map here. Have a little bit of a wall off. That wall off is going to disappear pretty damn fast if you ask me here. This could be a little bit of trouble for his opponent. Opponent trying to get him in the back here. Trying to chase him from behind. Needs to get position on him though. And it does look like he's actually going to allow him to go right through there. So he will push himself in here. He kills off a couple Widow Mines before they get burned. Of course, Overseers will help this. We'll end up launching most of those. Of course, Roach take the damage from Widow Mines quite nicely there. So we'll chase his army out of here. Good micro though. Good stutter stepping. We'll say that. Looking pretty good there. And of course, Hydralisk do clean up a couple of those medevacs. And they are going to push forward here. Try and get rid of this base up here. Keep his opponent on 2 base. That's exactly what they do. Easily finish off that floating up command center there. There's the stim. Don't think it's going to be enough. iaguz realizes it. I give you my condolences to iaguz. My congrats to you, Daze. Welcome to the Tractor Chute Club. Hoping to see more games out of you. Remember, check him out on Twitch TV. Description will have his Twitch TV link. I will leave you with this. If the paper's white and the pencil's black, that don't mean it's racist. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.